Hey everyone, in this video we are going to solve this problem which is from this year's Bangladesh Regional Mathematics Olympiad. So the problem is find the largest value of n such that n cube plus 2023 is divisible by n plus 40. Okay, very simple and the statement is very clear. If you want to solve it by yourself, pause the video and then think about it for as much time as you want. Alright, I'm gonna solve it now. So if we write it like this, the question is asking if we divide, let's say, n cube plus 2023 by n plus 40, right? So the question is asking for which value of n we're gonna get something like k, where k is an integer. So to find the largest value of n for which k is an integer. Now what you can do, one method could be like, trying to plug in different value of n, different integer value of n, and then try to see for which value of n you're gonna get the k will be an integer, and then try to find the largest one. But that's not really a practical way of solving this problem, because it would take an extreme amount of time. On top of that, after a while you're going to give up, and also it's not really any creative way of solving this problem. Probably if you give this problem to a computer will actually do it in this way, in this brute force method, but we humans are more creative than that. Okay, so we're going to try to do it in a different way. Now if you notice, on the numerator we have n cube, right? And the denominator we have n plus 14. Now, does it ring a bell? N cube. We know this. Actually, we know this formula from our high school algebra. About, probably I'm going to write it right over here. So we have this formula: a cube plus b cube. Maybe some of you know about it. Equal a plus b multiplied by a squared minus ab plus b square. Alright, so my plan is to write n cube plus 2023 in this way, but the problem is that 2023 is not really a cubic number, it's not really a cube of any number. Okay, but we can transform it into something like a cubic number. So what you can do is that we can write 2023 in a way, we can write in a way so that we'll have the cube of 14. So what is the cube of 14? Let's say, so 14 cube is actually 2744, right? So what we can do, we can write 2023 as 2744 minus 721. If we subtract 2721 from 2744, we'll have 2023. So we're gonna write the numerator like this. So let me do that. I'm gonna write this part. So if I write 2023 as like this, 2744 minus 721, right? And on the denominator I have n plus 14. Now, what is 2744? Well, 2744 is nothing else other than 14 cube, right? Minus 721 here, n plus 14. Okay, and also I have this part. Now, we can write it as n cube plus 14 cube over n plus 14 minus 721 over n plus 40, right? Then, now because of that formula, the formula that we saw, a cube plus b cube, we can write n cube plus 14 cube as n plus 14 multiplied by n square minus 14n plus 14 square, right? And on the denominator we have n plus 14 minus here 721 over n plus 14. Now this n plus 14 and this plus the n plus 14 will be cancelled out. This what we have remaining is that n square minus 14n plus 14 square minus here 721 over n plus 14, right? And also wipe this part out. Now this part right over here, this part, this is actually integer, right? Because n is an integer. For if n is integer, for any integer, it doesn't matter what integer it is. For any integer, this is and also integer. Now we will have everything depends on this one. We have to find for which value of n this fraction right over here is an integer. 721 over n plus 40. Now the question is we have to find the value of n for which this is an integer. This fraction is an integer. Now obviously there are several values of n for which this can be an integer, but we have to find the largest value of n for which this can be an integer. Now the question is, another question is, for what can be the largest value of the denominator? Well, the largest value of denominator can be exactly equal to the largest value of the numerator, which is 721. Because if the largest value of the denominator is more than 721, then it will never be an integer, right? So the largest value of the denominator, n plus 14, could be 721, which will give us the largest value of n, which is equal to 707. This is our solution. So the question was, what is the largest value of n for which n plus 14 divides n cube plus 2023? The answer is largest value of n, largest integer value of n is 707, for which n plus 14 divides n cube plus 2023. Okay.